How you doing? I'm Trent Sanderson and you're on the infamous Living Realm Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. So, this recently I've been doing some research and I've been doing some study on dreams. I've been reading a book called The Miracle Power of Your Mind, and I'm in the dream section of the book, the dreams chapter, and I just been studying it like to the T, and yeah, I've been doing this for about a week now, and just last night I actually experimented with what I knew I was gonna do last night, which was I was gonna get myself into the state of consciousness that I'm gonna explain to you that you must get in order to tap into this power. There's a power in dreams. So I put myself into this consciousness before I went to sleep, and I did just as the book told me to do, just as the book guided me to do. By the way, this book is not a guidebook. You kind of like, you gotta just read it and just take it for what it is. So I pretty much I made it my own guide, and GUIDE, and right before I went to sleep, I got into the state of consciousness that I needed to get in, and I experimented with it, and I actually the results were stunning. The results were shocking, and that's why I'm so ecstatic this morning, because I've made a discovery. Like I'm really trying to figure out who we can call to get the Nobel Peace Prize. Like I really have figured something out. And I'm on to it. I'm gonna continue to do it every night. But you know what? I want you to do it with me, Ram Team. I'm gonna tell you guys about it so it can help you in your life and everything that you want to do, everything that you want to bring to life. Everything that you want to accomplish is gonna help you. And I'm gonna give you a rundown of it right now. So I need you to tune in, pull your seat up to the camera, listen real close, go grab your pen, paper, do it right now so you can listen to what I'm about to tell you, because what I'm about to tell you is big business. It's real, intelligent stuff. It's stuff that, regular people gonna look at like, oh, they're crazy. But hey, you know what? It takes a person to be radical and to be crazy, you know what I mean, in order to succeed. You understand what I'm saying? You're never gonna succeed being normal or being the average Joe, nothing like that. So if you want to embark on new truths, you want to come across new insights, have new knowledge, be better than you were yesterday, if you want to grow, if you want to be that nice, great personality that you see yourself being, whether you run a talk show, whether you own a company, whatever. If you're a model, whatever, if you want to be the best model on a runway, it's all about how your mind works. You're never going to be America's next top model if your mind don't tell you that you're America's top model. Better yet, if you don't know how to use your mind to think like America's top model, you're not going to be America's top model. You can be pretty as you want to be, but something in the universe is going to keep you from getting to that status because your mind is not ready yet. You cannot achieve, you cannot obtain what you're not ready for. You can't. You just can't do it. You can be rich as hell and then at the same time be spiritually, mentally, emotionally broke, and then you go bankrupt 2 years after and you wonder how the hell you went bankrupt, because your mind wasn't in the right state to handle all that money. You understand? So listen, guys, I'm gonna give you a story. Here we go. So it was this dude who lost his keys, right? This dude lost his keys. He didn't know what his keys were. You know what I'm saying? His keychain only consisted of 2 keys on it, just 2 little simple keys. Now he has more keys also, but he always keep these 2 individual keys separate from the other bundle of keys. So he keep them in separate pockets. So one day he lost the 2 keys, the little keychain, the 2 keys. He lost that. You know what I mean? So he always hangs around this friend named Desmond. Now Desmond is one of his friends, not his best friend. He has many friends, but Desmond is just one of his friends. And so, the guy, let's name him Mark. Mark realized that he didn't have his 2 keys one day. He got home, he got to the door to open his door. He always feels for both pockets to make sure he got both bundles of keys. And he realized he didn't have the 2 keys. Now, he went in his house trying to look for the key because he thought that, maybe he left it there. He didn't use the key outside of, in that day or nothing like that. He didn't use the 2 little keys out that day. So, when he got back in the house, he was looking for it. He was looking everywhere for it. He couldn't think of where the keys were or anything. Now he calls Desmond, and Desmond I don't know, man. I'm not paying no attention to your keys. I mean, I know you got keys because I know you drive a car and I know you got your own house or whatever. But dude, I don't know about any keys. You know what I'm saying? Now at the time, Desmond is just thinking like a regular person. You know what I mean? He don't really know that Mark had two sets of keys. He only know that Mark had one set of keys. You know, and that big old chain, that big old keychain. You know all the keys. You know how the keys be on the keychain, a whole bunch of keys. So, you know, he spent a whole day looking for these two keys, and so he couldn't find them. Next day, he couldn't find them. The third day, he couldn't find them, and then he came across this article, and it went something like this: the power of your subconscious mind and your dreams play a major role in your life. And so he read the article, the same article that I'm telling you right about now. And so, and this is all make believe. And and so what he did was, before he went to sleep one night, he meditated on the keys, the two little keys. He said to himself, "I found the keys. I'm gonna turn this over to my subconscious mind and let my subconscious mind, which knows all things in the universe, I'm gonna let my subconscious mind guide me to the keys. Conscious mind, subconscious mind, I trust in you 100%. I have the answer." And he went to sleep on that. He went to sleep knowing that, you know, what he prayed for was already done. That was the only thing he had left to do because he couldn't find them. Okay, so before we go into what happened next, I want to tell you something about the subconscious mind, guys. The subconscious mind is like, let's take for instance a bank. Inside of a bank, the bank is your mind. Like Bank of America, the bank is your mind, right? Okay, the subconscious mind is the vault in the bank. You know how you go into a bank, right? Like for instance, you go into your mind, right? You walk into a bank, right? But you can't go back there to the vault because it's locked. The only person that can go into the vault is the person that works there. The only person that can go into the vault is the teller or the accountants. They the only people that can go in there and get something out for you. Same thing with your mind. You can't necessarily go in your subconscious mind. It's like your conscious mind has to go into your subconscious mind for you. So that's why when you go to sleep and you start dreaming, that's because your conscious mind is going down into your subconscious mind and showing you everything that's going on in your subconscious mind. Can you go there in your waking state of life? No, you cannot. You cannot bring any thought from your subconscious mind when you awake. You can't do that. Like, you can't tap into your subconscious mind when you awake. It's always like over a duration of time. Why? Because the subconscious mind records all the stuff that you're doing right now. Like for me, for instance, the way I'm able to do these videos every single day consistently and just do it without, you know, stuttering over words and just stumbling and just sounding a mess and stuff like that, and do it like this and do it like that and come back and do it like this and do it like that and be steady and consistent with it and effective with it. The reason why I can do it like that is because my subconscious mind has recorded how I'm supposed to do it over and over and over. Now, I've been doing this every single day of the year. When I first started, I was horrible. Now, a lot of people told me I don't even sound out my words right. A lot of people told me I don't make any sense. A lot of people told me I need to slow down. But now I'm to the point now, because my subconscious mind has been recording my efforts and been recording my actions of me doing this, and now I do it effortlessly. Now, you see how the subconscious mind works. So when you put it into work, it works for you. You know, when you put it into work yourself, it will work for you as well, what I mean. But when you don't realize that you're using it, it's recording everything you're doing on a conscious basis. Okay? So let's go back to the story, and then I'm going to tell you some more about the subconscious mind. So anyway, we know that the subconscious mind is like the vault in the bank, right? Okay? And your conscious mind is like the teller. It takes and put into account, into the vault, everything that you want to. When you drive up to the bank teller machine window or whatever, what did the lady say? She said, "What do you want in here?" Or "What do you want me to do for you?" It's the same way your conscious mind is. Whatever you tell yourself, whatever you tell your mind about who you are, about what you want to do, about where you want to go, that's what is going to deposit into your account. And so she takes your money and puts it into the account, and it starts adding up. Will you see it add up right away? No. Same thing with your mind. You won't see it. You won't see the shit working right away. You understand? It takes just a little bit of time. You got to be patient with how this stuff works, guys. I said SCTT word, but anyway, like it's the same thing. Like when you go to the bank and you don't see it right away. You go to your home, you go to your bank account. When you get, by the time you home, the money is in your bank account. Okay, so with your subconscious mind, I'm gonna do good. Okay, I said that to myself. I'm gonna do good. Okay, so am I gonna see the result right away? No, I'm not gonna do good. I just said a curse word for Christ's sake. But if you keep doing it, if you keep saying it, you will start to see the bank account go up. You will start to see the subconscious mind actually reminding you that you're doing wrong. Or you will have situations come in your life where the subconscious mind is saying, hey, this is a situation you need in order to do what you just told yourself. You just told yourself you wanted a job. So here's the person that is a manager at a job that they're hiring. Okay, I put you here. I'm the universe. I work with your subconscious mind. So let's get back to the story, guys. So this man, he went to sleep that night meditating on the answer that he had already found the 2 keys. And he said, you know what? I have the answer. I turn it over to you, subconscious mind. I turn it over to you, universe, that you have the answer for me. And so he went to bed in faith. He went to bed in faith, meaning he went to bed, believing that it had already happened. You understand what I'm saying? And so he woke up the next morning. Typical day. He woke up the next morning, about to go to work. Next thing you know, his intuition began to tell him, call Desmond back, Mark. Call Desmond back, Mark. Mark saying to himself, you know how we do when we hear intuition. It's like, man, I called Desmond yesterday. He said he didn't see my keys. But his intuition kept telling him, call Desmond again. Call Desmond. So Mark called Desmond. And he said, Desmond, man, are you sure you ain't seen no keys? He was like, Desmond was like, no, I ain't seen no keys, man. I ain't seen no keys at all. And then, about 10 minutes in the conversation, Desmond is like, man, hold on. Let me just go in here in this drawer because I did pick up some keys 3 days, well, actually 4 days ago. But I didn't think that was yours because it was like 2 little keys that had sticky stuff on them. Like, it didn't even look like, it would be somebody's, what's those things that you keep in your house, like like somebody's safe key. I didn't know that it was yours, man. So more like, yeah, them mine, man. Them my keys. Them is my keys. He was like, oh, my bad, man. I just picked it up and I just thought that, a pedestrian or something just dropped the keys. I didn't know that was yours, bruh. I be seeing you with your keys. I mean, hell, you went home. You left my house and went home. And so I knew you had your keys. I didn't think that was yours. You know what I mean? But I didn't know that you had 2 different sets of keys. So, boom. So, make a long story short, he used the power of his subconscious mind in a dream. It wasn't a dream that revealed it to him, but it was an intuition in the next morning that revealed it to him. Now, one thing about the subconscious mind, you're not going to always get the answer in a dream. Sometimes it'll come to you in a dream the night after. Sometimes it'll come to you throughout the day, the next day after. But the best time to implement these plans on the subconscious mind in order to get results in your everyday life is right before you go to sleep. The Nancy School of Therapeutics did a research about this. The time right where you're about to go fall asleep, and right when you're awake at the same time, like when you're awake and then you're falling asleep, right in that middle, that crevice, it's kind of like, how you just see visions of stuff, you hear stuff in the background, you're still up, you might have the room light on, the TV might be on, you might hear the dog walking around, you might hear people outside doing construction work, cars going up and down, but you sleep kind of still. You understand what I'm saying? And you hear all these weird sounds and it's kind of like you're dreaming. In that state right there, that state is called the reverie. Or the reverie, REVERIE, and in that state that's a state of consciousness. It's not like now. It's not like the consciousness where we're aware, we're noticing what's going on. That is a different state of consciousness because you're about to change over to a sleep state of consciousness. So when you're in that state of consciousness, like that's like half and half between the two, conscious mind and subconscious mind, because you're beginning to dream, and so your mind is starting to show you some weird stuff, as well as you being awake and you knowing what's really real. So in that little crevice of consciousness, that's when you are able to still be awake and implement your plans to the teller so that she can put it into the vault or the bank account. You understand what I'm saying? You get it? You understand what I'm saying? That is the time that you can really impress things into your subconscious mind that you want to receive, as answers, as confirmations, whatever the case may be. That's the perfect time, guys. So just remember that. I'm Trenton Henderson. This is the infamous Living Room Network. I hope this video resonated with you. Until then, guys, I'll see you next time. How dreams are working for the subconscious mind. Peace.